I know you gonna dig this.
Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Here I am back at Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills. I've been here many times. I've done many videos from here, and somebody whose grave that I missed when I did a huge video from here where I did about 50 graves, and I've done separate videos here. There's a lot of celebrities here, so I was bound to miss a few, and one that I want to cover is Betty Davis right there, right over my shoulder, is Lamont Bentley. I'm not sure if his name is familiar to everyone that's watching, but if you watched Moesha back in the late 90s with Brandy, maybe you know him. Hakeem. He was also on the Parkers, The Wash. Very, very talented actor, died in a car crash in 2005. And he's interred just up here. And we're going to go take a look. As we walk by, maybe I'll show you some other graves. But he's directly back this way. And let's go. I should mention the entrance to the cemetery is just down there. You're going to come up all the way to the Courts of Remembrance section. If you're in LA and you want to pay your respects to Lamont. And we're going to keep walking this way. Right now, as I'm walking, I'm probably passing more than a few celebrity graves. You're going to recognize, well, straight ahead on the right, that's Liberace's grave. And I believe immediately to my left, I think, is Cubby Broccoli. No, he's in the next section over. Producer of James Bond movies. That's Liberace right there. Yes, it was right here, Albert Broccoli and his wife Dana, I believe was her name. Straight ahead over here, that's Ronnie James Dio, and Lamont is not too far from here. You might hear in the background Amazing Grace is being played. I don't know if there's a funeral happening right now. I don't think so. But that's definitely something, I haven't heard that in the cemetery before. It's obviously one of the most popular songs to be played at a funeral. But of all my times visiting cemeteries, I've never heard it before. Here. Or other cemeteries, I should say. Either. So I think Lamont is right somewhere around here. Lamont was born in Milwaukee. He was the son of Loyce and Donald. Grew up on the north side of town. He moved to Los Angeles with his mother when he wished to pursue his career as a professional singer. His friends called him Cuz and My Guy. I know one thing that he did was he practiced signing his autographs since the age of 12. This guy knew he was going to be famous. Wanted to be famous. He had odd jobs in movie theaters, grocery stores. And he had a very young look, so he was able to play teens even into his 20s. And his first job was in a Starburst commercial.
Why do you want to work here?
I'll tell you why.
Opportunity. When I was your age, I heard it knocking loud and clear. I remember it well. I was with the bank, interning. Good job. So, are you ready to get your feet wet?
Absolutely.
Starburst fruit juice with real fruit juice.
And then he landed a role in South Central, a TV series. Then Tales from the Hood, great horror film, which is like an anthology horror film. It's got 4 stories in it. And then the South Central creator of the TV show, who created that show, created another show called Moesha, starring Brandy. And he was cast as Hakeem.
Hakeem, did Mrs. Henderson just put her hand on you? You know, back there?
Yeah, and I feel so dirty.
And he went on to fame from there. After Moesha ended, I believe it was on for 6 years, Moesha. He continued acting, but he was also pursuing a music career. And the group was called U-Prize. And then he was C-Money in the Wash with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, which is pretty cool. And also, I forgot about this, he was Tupac. He played Tupac in the MC Hammer Story. It was a TV movie. One of his last appearances was in Spike Lee's crime drama, Sucker Free City. And here's his grave right here. And it reads, Artimus Lamont Bentley, beloved son and father, October 25th, 1973 to January 19th, 2005. You will remain in our hearts forever. Now I'm going to tell you about his car accident that took his life. It's a particularly brutal accident, so the details are a little hard to hear. But it was January 19th, 2005, when he was alone. He was in Ventura County, which is just over the hills, far up in Simi Valley. He was traveling at a high rate of speed on Highway 118, and he was going towards the Rocky Peak Fire Road off-ramp. Then after running through a stop sign, the vehicle that he was driving went through a chain link fence that was across the street, and then it rolled down an embankment. Here's where it gets brutal. He was ejected from the car into traffic, and 5 cars struck him. He suffered multiple blunt force injuries and was pronounced dead at 12:23 a.m. He lived in Granada Hills, Los Angeles, with his daughters. He had 2 of them and his mother. His funeral was held in Milwaukee, and he was brought back here to be interred at Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills. So if you're looking for Lamont, you can find a grave, but also you can just look up Ronnie James Dio's grave, which is pretty big. It's right there. That's the one on the right. And Lamont is right around the corner, right here. And usually when they're outdoor crypts, I don't leave anything, but there's a space right here because I wouldn't want anyone to trip right along the walkway there. But right beside his grave. It's a nice little place. I'll leave it for Lamont. And thanks to one of my viewers, and I'm sorry your name escapes me right now, who has suggested Lamont Bentley to me, and he was always on my list, and he reminded me, and I thank you for that. So shout out to you. It's Lamont Bentley. So young. 32 years old. Not even 31. Now Lamont is right there. Ronnie James Dio, Lamont, and then right over there, Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher. So that's the story of Lamont Bentley, short career, popular show, Moesha. It was on the UPN network, which I guess is kind of just say UPN because the N stands for network. But I'm just walking on the outside, just going from memory. And I believe if I walk down here, as I go back to my car, I think just on the other side here is more than a few famous people, but one in particular I'll show you before we end the video. I think he's on the other side. I have to take a look. Yes, it's going to be right here. Andy Gibb, the youngest of the Gibb brothers. An everlasting love. Those could be coyotes. You hear a bunch of little dog over there. Somebody howling over there, but there's a lot of coyotes here. And I'm surprised I haven't seen the deer yet today. A little bit of wildlife we got to see. Lou Rawls, yeah, buddy. Snakes Crawl Out at Night. One of my favorite songs when I was little. My father used to play that song. What an amazing singer. Alright, thank you for watching. It's always sad to see somebody, it doesn't matter famous or not, such a young age. I'm not sure why he was speeding. I'm not sure. I was going to go up to the place where the accident happened, and I looked it up, and I drove past it 2 weeks ago, but I was on my way somewhere else, so I had my head into something else. But I was kind of wondering about why he went off the highway at such a high rate of speed. It kept going. So I don't know the exact cause of why he's doing that, but went right up the embankment off the off-ramp and then through and down. Tragic. Lamont Bentley, rest in peace. Such a talented young man. Watch some old episodes of Moesha, you'll see. Thanks for watching. Peace. Rest in peace, Lamont. Peace out.